lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Y'all want to ride some of the coolest bikes around? Just Us e-bikes. Check out these cool, fast beach cruisers. We've got many styles, colors, sizes, men's, women's, you name it, we got it. The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.
Hey, welcome to Tuesday night show, our hangout show, whatever you want to call it. Well, about 8:30, we're gonna do a little announcement. It's been posted all over Facebook, but you know, for those who don't have Facebook and just have YouTube and only watch this show and this show only, you probably didn't see it. But we're gonna go ahead and get into that about 8:30. Until then, first let's meet our hosts, Miss Cupcake Krista. How are you tonight?
I am swell.
Looking ravishing as always. Will Fly, how you doing tonight?
What up? What up? Had a nice surprise when I logged on. The DP has joined us tonight.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
And I noticed. Hey, I noticed that you're going in order of prettiness. So yeah, thank you for that.
I talked first, so screw all you.
Let's see, where's that leave studio button?
And then we have Dave Perry looking ravishing as always.
Ravishing Ric Flair. Was it Ravishing Ric Flair?
Roddy Piper.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
No.
Oh, she got her name from
Roddy Piper.
Yep.
Yeah.
She asked him.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
Hi, what was that?
What was that noise?
That was the beginning of that video that I was able to get.
Never mind. We know what it. Yeah, I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the private.
Oh,
video.
I guess. Yeah, that private video.
Yes.
None of my private videos can go more than 30 seconds, just so you know. So you know it's not from me.
And it's not fast forwarded.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's the slow-mo version.
Yeah, super slow-mo.
You didn't see this. Oh, here. I'll post it to the page or to the thing. So everybody knows how Kent Stamey is a big country boy.
He will survive.
Little Kent? That little fella?
Yeah, Kent Stamey.
Yeah.
Daddy Dutch is a little bit bigger than him and just as sweet, just so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Gentle giant.
Yeah, awesome guy. They come down to Florida, and the last couple years we've met up. And last year, Kaylee decided to get in a car accident, so we had to cancel that. But
yeah,
we blame Kaylee for that one.
Sure, you can blame other people, but sure, she was an innocent sleeping passenger in a vehicle. Yeah, let's blame her.
Hey, don't pick on the passed out drunk guy. That's just not fair.
Oh, she wasn't.
No. You missed this.
Oh, is this something different?
No, it's exactly that. But Krista missed your.
I did miss it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
We
don't want to blame that guy.
Yeah, right. We got Dave Wolf in here. We got Kent, Daddy Dutch Barbecue. We got Paramom. We got Kramer, Tony. Angela doesn't care about us no more, so she never shows up on time. She just drives home and acts like she's too good to talk to us. And
she is on the job.
She's in there.
That job to use it as an excuse to not show up.
Yeah. I mean,
it has nothing to do with the fact it's like 5 there, right?
And we got the other Nick. I said Tony, did I not? What the heck is
yeah,
cool?
you did.
Yeah, wait, it's 5 there, you said. So it's 3.
Yes.
She has 3 extra hours to be prepared.
Yeah.
To be on live at 5 for 8. For
Yeah.
us, right? Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, Shane.
And FYI, we are meeting Daddy Dutch on Monday.
Yes.
So there's
Meeting
that.
up with Daddy. We've already met him.
Yeah, we're meeting up with him and his family.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know.
Are you going to barbecue?
No, he's gonna be ordering something.
I have no idea.
He comes down. He's from up north where it's cold and they have a lot of corn and.
Is it Idaho or Iowa? It's an I. It's not Indiana I, but it's one of the others.
Try not to say Idaho online.
Idaho.
Idaho.
Now we know Will's a hoe.
Idaho.
Oh
It's
man!
kind of freaking me out. I see Shane by himself, and then I see Krista and half of Shane.
Good news. The world can only handle 1.5 of us.
Much better.
There you go. Thanks, Krista. That's much better.
Yeah, I was thinking of Daddy Dutch. Why in the world he needs to like pop on the show so we can all meet him?
Well,
That'd be cool.
there's a real. That's just. I would never ask him to come on the show, and especially if he had to ask his travel agent, aka the boss, if he could come on. Since he's on the show in the chat and not on here, I think the travel agent told him to. He can't go on. So.
Why are you calling her travel agent?
That's what he called her. I have the text.
Oh.
I can prove it. I asked him if he wanted to come on and talk about some stuff. And, well, Angela can't show up on time, but Craig B., who's in Australia, who is at like 7 o'clock in the morning, wakes up just for the show and not even bothered by it.
Our time difference, and he's here.
Yeah, he's
Where's
12 hours.
Walter? Has Walter been on lately? I don't see the chat. I'm sorry.
I have not
Otherwise-
seen
Yeah,
this.
it's been a minute since I saw Walter.
Oh, did Craig B get his shirt yet?
Oh, yeah, Craig, did you get your shipment, your package? That is a good question.
How much did it cost you to send that?
It was $63 to send right at 2 pounds worth of stuff over.
Hey, man.
Better than UPS, that one at $340.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
absurd.
Good news is we didn't have to buy another box.
Yeah, they let us use the UPS box. They're like, you're already getting screwed here. The UPS or the US United Postal Service will use a UPS box, no problem. I did try to walk out with that box unpaid for
You
from
did.
the UPS store. I wasn't even
just say,
scared.
"Stop. You have to pay for the box."
So, Dave, let's get on to a little bit of. We really did not get to talk enough last week about your adventure into paramotoring, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. I felt it should have been covered a little better, but we had something
Well,
else.
Dave wanted to talk about bad apples a lot, so
Yeah, it was my fault.
well, I'm not
No.
saying that.
No. I don't mean you're saying that. No, I'm saying that. Yeah, Krista says it's my fault.
Yeah, it's DP's fault.
No, I did. I wanted to hear about bad apple stuff for sure.
Okay, so Craig B says he has not got the package yet. He just got home. That must be on a slow boat. Literally.
Gosh. We have the tracking number. We'll have to look that up later. See where it's at.
I bet you it's in the middle of the Atlantic. Or what's
I don't somewhere.
oh my god,
We're
what
trying to do
oceans-
geography. No,
what oceans do we have to
you
get
to
to get
about your flying.
No, this is not the show. This show is not required thinking, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right, DP.
You're thinking of the specific Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? So what do you want?
So let's recap from last week. Your paramotor adventure. You started out as a foot launch as a what do you call it? With the below the knee prosthetic.
Yep.
You know the word. You know the word I hate to use. So we'll just skip over that.
What? Stump?
No, stop it. I hate that.
Amputation.
Yes, I couldn't think of the word, and all that was coming up was the word that he just said. And I don't like to use that word because I think it's just
give you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I can't stand
it. It does me too.
It is so. You are so much a bigger man than I'll ever be.
I tell you what, it took me a while to kind of get past it because as an embalmer, I was always a little creeped out when I would have to embalm somebody that had a missing leg or an arm or something, because when you embalm, you have to massage the whole time that you're doing the embalming to make sure everything gets where it needs to go. And so it's kind of funny. Well, not funny, haha, but yeah.
Is there a happy ending at the end of that massage? I mean, it is the last massage.
For me.
That was so bad. Hi, Kramer.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That was bad. That might have been the worst joke I've ever told, and I've told some crappy ones.
If the water's warm enough.
My goodness,
So you
Dave.
have to massage the entire time? That's weird.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, if you want to have it work well, you do. You shouldn't just rely on somebody's vascular system, because lots of people don't have good vascular systems. So you kind of have to help the fluids get to where they're supposed to go. So
interesting. I read a fact.
Yes.
And I hate to say that, but they removed the tongue.
No.
Oh, I read that.
Yeah, you might have read that they sew the lips and the eyes shut too, but that doesn't happen.
I didn't. They just said something about the tongue.
Mad Magazine is not where you want to get your facts from.
I read it.
Man, I tell you what, if I zone out for just like 10 seconds and come back to you guys, I don't have the
like you just did.
What you're talking about. I gotta pay close attention to the conversation just to keep it on.
Sorry.
Well, Dave, I'm sorry.
Will,
if you want if something ever happens to you and you want your last massage to be done with a happy ending, you want to go to Dave Perry.
Except guess what?
Okay.
He doesn't do that anymore.
You got to make a request. You got to make a request.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you
special
ever
request?
Yeah. Would you ever go
I do
back
for
to
you.
that?
I do for you special. $29.95.
All right, so you're
$5 extra.
You don't have to do that if you're cremating somebody, right? Because
no, not unless they're going to be viewed first. But
yeah, you don't want
to. You only have to embalm a person, which is a misconception. People just think it's automatic if you're not being cremated, but you only have to embalm a body if there's an open casket with a public viewing, and that's mainly for sanitation and preservation purposes. Otherwise, you don't have to do it. DP, why did you become an embalmer? Oh, Angela Preslick wants to know why I became an embalmer. Because I've got a couple of screws loose, I guess. I don't know. I was always interested in anatomy and forensics and things like that. And when I left my family business, the local funeral director in my little hometown called me up and said, "Hey, I think you'd be really good at this. Why don't you come and job shadow me for a while and see what you think?" So that's what I did. And at the age of 35, went back to college, and it was
went into a career that's a dead end job.
That's right. People are dying to see me though, Shane.
I'm telling you.
They are.
Yeah. I get reminded often from my wife that, I didn't marry a funeral director, right? And I'm like, yes, I remember. Because when we got married, I wasn't on call 24/7 and working weekends and doing all that stuff and having to leave at 3 a.m. and get up and put a suit on and see you sometime tomorrow. Yeah. So that's kind of why I got into it. I call it my midlife crisis.
So what was your family business then?
Staffing. My brothers still own the business. My mom started a staffing company in Michigan and Indiana shortly out of high school, back in '89, I guess. And then my two older brothers and I joined up with her, and we bought her out when she was ready to retire. And then I left the business just because I started feeling too much like a business partner with my brothers. Wanted to get our good relationship back, and the family wasn't hanging out on the weekends or anything anymore, just because we worked together all during the week. Right. So when I left, I did not know what I was going to do. I had no clue. And my buddy reached out. He said, "I heard you're leaving Perry Personnel, and think you'd be good at this. What do you think? And I was like, all right. So I job shadowed him for a couple of months and decided I wanted to go back to school and do something different. So that's kind of how it happened.
All right. And the second part of Angela's question is, what do you do now?
Now I still represent the same funeral home, but I'm a 1099er now. I work for myself. I don't have to work weekends anymore if I don't want to. I'm never on call again. And I work a lot from home, but also from the funeral home offices. And I do their pre-arrangement stuff now. So if people want to come in and tell me what they want done at the time of their passing and pay for it ahead of time or make payments on it, they can do that. And it's a really great deal, at least with the funeral home I work with, because they guarantee your prices. They lock them in from the time that you do this with me. So I'll use myself as an example. I wrote my own policy for a cremation, and it's X amount of dollars, but Lord willing and the creek don't rise, by the time I'm dead and gone, it's going to be probably 3 times what I paid for it last year. And my wife or my child, if she's the only one left, won't have to spend a dime, and everything's taken care of, everything's done. And if you've never had to make funeral arrangements before, it is a very stressful process. Sometimes there are fights. Sometimes people feel guilty because they really didn't talk about it when mom and dad were alive. So it's a really great way for people to come in and just say exactly what they want, like down to the verses that they want read or songs they want sung or their obituary, that kind of thing. And it really, it takes such pressure off the family when they come in to make the arrangements at the time of the death. It's like, you know what, mom came in 10, 15 years ago, paid for it all ahead of time. And so what do we do? And I'm like, you don't have to write a check, and we're going to take about a half hour here and you're out. So it's really pretty nice thing for folks if you can do it.
Not an easy thing to talk about.
No, it isn't.
No.
And you would be probably pretty surprised at how many times when families come in to make their funeral arrangements, they just really don't have a clue as to what they're doing or what they think their loved one wanted. And then when it comes time to have to pay for it, not everybody's got thousands of dollars just sitting around in their back pocket waiting to plunk down at a funeral home. So it's a good idea, if you can, squirrel it away, get it paid for ahead of time or make payments towards it. And, as long as you're up on your payments, even if it's not paid off, you're still completely covered 100%. So it is a huge, huge relief for the families that have those done. And it's funny, I call myself a 16-year hypocrite because I met families for all of those years as an at-need director, and would see the benefit of families that would come in and say, here's what mom did with y'all back in the day. And the difference between the families that had it and the families that didn't was just night and day. And I think I just pushed it off because, number one, who wants to think about stuff like that? But also I was still pretty young. But when I hit the double nickel, I was like, all right, I think it's time for me to maybe sit down.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to hit my 50s in a couple months, and I'm not doing good with it already, just so you know. All right.
30
So,
30 was the toughest for me.
I
don't know
why. I don't know. Let's get on to your paramotor story, because I want to make an announcement at 7 or 8:30. And I really want people to understand you as a person, your struggles, and what a great person you are. Just over the simple fact of your determination and your willingness to want to fly. So let's just recap from last week, and then we'll get into a little bit more in-depth stuff if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think basically after I lost my leg in 2016, after going through the first couple of years were pretty rough. It took me about a year and a half before I walked. And I think it was more of I had to prove it to myself that I could still be active, be athletic, do some things. But it also was, I'm deathly afraid of heights, as I know a lot of folks that fly paramotors are. And it was kind of one of those things where I'm going to prove to myself I can do this, and I'm going to get over this fear of heights. And like, I still can't get up on an 8-foot ladder and put my filters in my house without getting a little vertigo going on. But yeah, I went to One Up to learn foot launch. You know, long story short, got injured several days into my training, and that really put things on the back burner after I got back home. Then I had some other issues going on with my leg, or the space that used to be my leg, and my spine and nerve pain and all kinds of stuff. So I was really kind of in and out of hospitals and surgeries for a while after that training. And that was, gosh, it was June of 2021 that I went down there. And I never once flew until I went back again just a few weeks ago. And so I, for the longest time, just felt like, you know, just a real douchebag for not getting up in the air and, you know, making all these wonderful paramotor friends and everything, and having everybody say, hey, are you flying? And every time being like, well, this is going on now. So I decided, and with the help of my lovely wife, she said, oh, for your 25th anniversary, you're going back down to One Up in Lake Wales. And I learned transition to trike, and it is so much nicer not having to carry that weight on my back and worry about my prosthetic when I'm running or when I'm landing. And yeah, it was awesome. I actually did my first solo without comms on day 2, and it was great. So now I am flying, and I'm looking forward to flying more and hitting more of the fly-ins and just doing what I've been wanting to do since June of 2021.
Awesome.
We're so happy for you.
Yeah, Dave, you know,
Thank you.
we really do support you. And it's, to me, and Chris and I have talked about this, you're a phenomenal person. But you wouldn't be that nice if it wasn't for your wife. And
full credit.
Yeah,
Her
just
and my
like,
mom.
Hey, listen, just like me, if it wasn't for Krista, no one would even talk to me. You know what I mean? So I understand. We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to shake your head. Yeah. Oh, you're not listening again.
If you guys have noticed, Nick's not here because he couldn't decide. He couldn't decide which Lambo or Range Rover or Maserati, Porsche,
Wait,
whatever
he
he literally Lambo, whatever it is. He couldn't decide to get home in time. He's still in the 72 car garage trying to figure out which key goes to which car, and he just couldn't make it in time. So we miss you, Nick.
Yeah.
And we're,
Nick who?
yeah, Nick who?
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Dave got him good, and we haven't let that go.
Oh.
So now that you're on a trike, how is everything with your flying? How many flights you got now?
Oh, just a few, because I had to send my wing off to get a line repaired and to get my wing repaired because my wing
Miss
overshot.
Miss
Yeah.
DP overshot it.
Yeah. It was Denise's fault.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, I'm waiting to get it back here any day now and get my rear back up in there. Couldn't believe it. Well, then again, I could believe it with everything that happened post 2021. I get home and I'm flying. I'm like, yeah, man. And then, oh shit. Oh yeah.
That is a freaking
Around my
sound.
lines around my prop. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So I have about 3 little tiny slices on my wingtip, and I chewed up one of my C lines a little bit. It didn't cut any lines, but it took the sheathing off. So
Yeah.
I sent that up to get repaired, and so yes, I am now
Yes.
repair waiting.
Yeah.
What does he use for repairs? I have to go find it.
You
I
what?
couldn't believe I did that.
Who's doing your repair?
Mojo's Rip Air. I tried the other ones. I can't remember their name, the gal, but she was so busy. It was going to be months before I got my wing back. And so I believe it was Mark McElroy recommended Mojo's Rip Air, and they're, I believe, in Charlotte. And so they had a few in the queue ahead of me, but it should not be long before I get it back. So I am every day just waiting for them to call and say it's on the way.
Hey, Dave Perry, we don't
Yeah.
talk about Mark McElroy, because right now, instead of watching the show, he's literally flying. I seen him on
Oh.
Gaggle, so yes, I know you're flying and not watching the show, sir. And he's listening to this. He's going to be listening to this tomorrow morning. And I just want to say, Mark, there's stuff to be welded. Get to work. And he'll hear this tomorrow, and he'll call me and tell me no. So, outside, do you have a rough number of how many flights you've had on the trike before incident?
Oh gosh. I mean, I flew a lot in Florida, and a couple times here. I honestly, I don't know. I didn't log my training flights. I probably should have.
I did.
I don't know. That's a question for the panel or for the group, the chat, is who logs their flights?
Well, I did up until I got into once I got over 400, I quit because I was just like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with that. But if I wanted to go back and actually check, I can go to Fly Sky High, because I from my very first flight up until actually that's not true either. So I think since January, 2021, I think is, let me just double check before I lie to somebody. Flight book.
Again.
If I go and scroll all the way to the end, January 23rd of 2021 was the first time I used it. But I was flying since 2019, the end of 2019. So the first year, really, I didn't use that until I figured out that that's what I need to do. So I got up into the over 400 flights and just quit counting them. I was just like, no. And if I really wanted to have Krista be busy during this show, I could have her start reading all or counting these. Because literally,
she's got to be in the show.
Hold on, let's see.
Oh, there she is.
Come on. It won't focus on it. But I can start scrolling, and it'll take me 35, 40 seconds of just constant. Uh-oh, you better tighten up. You got to go do dishes, Dave?
No, I already did them.
I thought somebody was yelling at you.
I did laundry today, and I did the dishes twice. One of the pros of working from home on some days.
You ain't got no choice now, because she comes home and slaps you around, and asks you what you've been
She works
doing.
from home too.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's nice to
No,
have
seriously,
coffee.
I would love to work from
Kramer
home.
says she logs her flights too, and it's not. I'm kind of that's the pilot in me, I guess, that makes me want to log flights. But I've got 629 flights or landings, flights, and I've traveled 8,887.3 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now Gaggle will tell you what your total combined flights are.
Gaggle was cool.
Yeah, you flew across the state of Florida, Will. So that was a waste.
It was, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it was 170 miles, something like that.
Okay, so my stats for Gaggle is 72 lifetime flights, 7 flights this year, 4 flights this month. Lifetime hours is 47. Hours of this year is 4. Days since last flight 3. I'll be back, guys. I gotta go fly.
And what were the miles?
Oh,
Did it give you the
seriously?
miles?
No, it didn't give you the miles. It gives you your lifetime flights, flights for the year, flights for this month, lifetime hours.
I guess these are things you need to talk to the Gaggle inventor. Have them add that if possible.
The chief gagger.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost said it. I almost said something bad. Oh, I almost said something bad.
We gotta get. Where did Dave go? So yeah, I took my eyes off the screen for 10 seconds. We have to get some videos, because I want to play some videos of his. Where are your videos, Dave?
Oh, mine? They're on my laptop. I can screen share if you want me. Oh, no, I can't. Or can I? How do I screen share on this?
If
Present?
you go down, maybe. Yes.
Present.
If you go to present, before we do that, real quick,
Yeah.
I wanna throw this out there. We'll get that video ready to go, the one I told you about before the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do mine later.
No,
No,
I just Dave, I just want to spit this out real quick and kind of show my wife and I and everyone that helped for Fly It for Gage and make everything
Yeah.
go so smooth and get everybody there and all this good stuff. I want to say thank you greatly to the paramotor community and friends that helped make this happen for Fly It for Gage back in March. The money that we raised goes to it's called the Gage Robbins Good Citizenship Award. It started out at Galley High School, but as you guys know, that we do the fly-in at a county park over in Bowling Green, Florida, Hardy Lakes County Park. So with that being said, we agreed to also do a $1,000 scholarship over at Hardy High or Senior High School, which we gave that check to that student at the fly-in. And then yesterday we gave a $1,000 check to the student that won at the high. Hey, shut your face, Brownie. At the high school that Gage graduated from. Go. So with that being said, this is the video of the student that won it. Go ahead, Willard.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Today, to give an award that is near and dear to our heart. It's the Gage Robbins Scholarship. Gage Robbins was a 2014 graduate of O'Galley High School. Amazingly, just 10 short years ago. Shortly after Gage graduated, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He endured 9 chemotherapy treatments and more than 20 rounds of radiation. But in August of 2015, Gage lost his battle. He was 19 years old. The Gage Robbins Scholarship was created to honor his memory and recognize current seniors who demonstrate leadership within O'Galley High School and the community of ours as a whole. I direct your attention to the audience behind me as we are joined by his parents, Jane and Crystal. The following were nominated by teachers and coaches on campus because you exhibit good citizenship, honesty, strength of character, respect for yourself and others, compassion, empathy, and other similar characteristics of civic responsibility paired with participating in the Commodore culture athletically or organization-wise that Gage Robbins did and demonstrated every day. The following were nominated: Victoria Jenna, Brett Haycock, Tamir Jace, Maya Jones, Miles Lett, Elena Larisi, Vincent Markosha, Joanna Rankin, Heather Rue, and CJ Timmer. To all of you, congratulations. It is truly an honor. While the scholarship committee and the Robbins family would like to recognize all of you with the scholarship, there's only one true winner. It now gives me great pleasure and pride to present the 2024 Gage Robbins $1,000 scholarship winner to Joanna Rankin.
And that's it.
You do
Nice.
that with more. Isn't there a second school also?
Well, we did
it at the fly-in.
we did it at the flying. So there's just a picture on my Facebook of his last name is Buzzard. What was his first name? Brett Buzzard. Which that I would like to have gone to their school and handed the check to it, but that we're working on making that a little bit smoother, like this school does. But this is our third year at a Galley High School. The first 2 years, bye, Will.
I will.
Sorry to bore you, Will.
The first 2 years was a $500 scholarship.
And we asked our friends of the Paramount community to help raise that money. And now with the fly-in and us being a 501c3, it's very easy to have a fly-in, raise that money, which Bad Apples gave us $3,500 this year. We raised a little over $6,600 at the fly-in. We gave 2 $1,000 scholarships away, and then we have seed money for the fly-in next year. And I explained this earlier to Mark, I would like to have a very large nest egg in the 501c3 account. That way, if something happens, we can no longer have fly-ins. We can have at least 15 years at one school of doing the scholarship. So if we can, we don't pay ourselves to be part of the 501c. We don't use any of the money for anything other than either to give the checks to the students or to.
Well, we paid the liability insurance for the fly-in. We pay the porta potties. And we don't have to pay for any advertising because the park does that. But we do the advertising on the end of the paramotor community.
Yeah,
sorry, he does.
So the first year and last year, you can see the sign behind Krista here. They paid for that banner and a couple other banners that they put up in the park. So, I mean, we're thankful, 100% thankful for the first year that some other 501c3 took care of paying for everything, but this year we had to pay for everything. So the money that was raised last year pretty much was used this year to raise more money. So I'm thankful for the Paramount community for coming out and helping us. And I'm thankful for Florida Flight Sports for donating. The first year they donated an e-bike. The second year they donated a paramotor frame and harness from Craft Manufacturer. Nick Justice from Just Us e-bikes, both years donated bikes, and we raffled those off. So
I would like the raffles to be a little bit more than just 2 selections, which is why we do the T-shirts. We raffle those off. We did have seasonings. We gave those away last year. I think Brooke Davies gave us a whole bunch of cups, and we did those. But I want to make like baskets. But I'm just trying to think of themes. But I've got plenty of time, so it's all good.
So if you are a business and would like a tax break, we are a 501c3. And if you would like to donate some stuff, and when it gets closer to figuring out what the date and times are, we will ask for sponsors, and then those sponsors will go with their donations will go on the banner that's behind Krista, such as Nick Justice with Just Us e-bikes on this one.
What you got?
The other one this year has Florida Flight Sports on it and Nick Justice with Just Us e-bikes. So if you guys are interested and would like to help out.
There's a great question in the chat there.
What? Oh, he's very stingy with his Lambos.
By the way, they're his bosses, not his.
But we don't tell that on this show.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
This is no filter. We lie our butts off about Nick having Lambos and stuff, okay?
Yeah.
So Nick's never going to give one of those away. He wouldn't even give you the gas out of it, just so you know. Probably 100 low lead for his Lambos. All right, Dave, we're done. Let's get back to you because I honestly just wanted to spill the beans about the scholarship. We're super proud of it.
Good.
I will tell you, and I tried to explain to Krista how embarrassing it is to stand up and have what you've seen in front of us was on stage was all the graduating students, but there's parents on both sides of us, and everyone turns and just looks at you. And like the entire room is just looking at the two of us. And I told her, I said, it's embarrassing. And we
I
said,
don't find it to be embarrassing.
really?
No, because it's a.
The guy standing next to you, they all know it's your husband. You don't find that embarrassing.
Well, that part.
See how rude she is?
Well, what were you saying it's embarrassing for? Better not have been about her.
Everybody's staring at you. It's kind of a little bit uncomfortable, but it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Well, you're not necessarily oddly enough because you have this show, but you're not really Mr. Get out there, Mr. Mix it up kind of guy. So I can see you feeling a little weird with all of those eyes on you, and you can't see all the eyes that are on you right now, but
He is the
that
mixer.
makes sense.
He is the get out there and mixer. I'm the not.
No, I do not. If you hand me a microphone, I lose my mind every single time. I don't-
That's what I was meaning.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you were just to have me stand on that table and just yell loud enough for everybody to hear me, I'd be perfectly fine. You put a microphone in my hand, can't do it. I don't know what it is.
It
Yeah.
changes the focus.
Yeah. But when we first moved into our house, he went and introduced himself to all of our neighbors. I'm like, why are you doing
Oh wow. Oh, that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Did you take
Yeah.
food?
No,
No, he
I
took our Rottweiler.
I brought my Rottweiler. Just let them know. Don't be coming up in here.
Okay, there was a purpose to this introduction.
No. Anyways, Dave, let's get back to you. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get back to me.
Greg Laney, that's a great idea.
nights.
Oh
So,
man.
Can we see some videos? Do you know how to share, Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Well, not on StreamYard, but maybe I do if I hit the present button.
Yeah, you click on present. I mean, first of all, you load up the video in the background so the window's open.
Yep.
And then you present and then share screen.
Well, where'd it go?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Wait a minute. No, you're not looking. Okay. Are you all seeing my computer right now?
No.
No.
We're
Okay,
seeing,
good.
You got to share screen. And then up at the top, it gives you 3 tabs. One of which is window.
Oh, there it is.
make sure everything else on your background is taken off.
Yeah, dude, make sure you select the right window. Shane's
Yeah,
learned
get that
part.
porn off of there. Wait a minute. Hang on. I don't know why I started looking at goats. I really don't care about goats.
I got news
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
If midgets on pogo sticks is like, you'll lose Krista. She will fall out.
All right. Okay. Share screen.
Tiny people.
Great.
What's the correct?
Window. You see that?
Oh shit. Hang on. My first time with streams. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, I do. Oh well, hey there.
This camera does add a couple inches to, pounds to.
So I have to have an individual video up and ready.
Yeah, have it up and running like just about right. Whatever window. The video is in.
Right. Hang on.
What's up, John Wayne? Can't believe you're not flying, man. There's still some
Bill-
flying time up there.
Yeah,
Bill
he usually
H.
is.
Bill H said, make sure you close them tabs.
Yeah. My goat porn tabs. Okay. Share. Do you see?
Yes. Well, I can
Do
see.
you?
Hold on. I gotta add it. All right.
There we go.
Pause.
All right.
Now,
So this
can you
is
hit
an
the
early.
enlarge? Can you enlarge it?
That's what
Down
she
to-
said. Hang on.
Oh, trust me.
I mean, he's an embalmer, not a miracle worker, Shane.
At least he can make it stiff, you know.
if the wind's in the right direction. Okay,
Oh.
so this is an early morning. This is day 2. So this is probably my first actual landing by myself. And you'll see me come down and then play around with the wing a little bit, do some taxiing. And I think this one I do take back off.
Yeah.
Stuck it. All right. And then I go to the left because I'm pulling way too much left brake. And we're trying to get her straightened out again. There's a little hump that goes all the way down this field. And Allie at One Up kept saying, I don't know what it is about the hump in the fence, but you kept trying to steer towards it.
Look at you taxiing it.
Just goes to show you,
So
Dave will hump anything.
That's right.
Real pretty wing.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, you have a BGD.
Yep, the Cyclone. So that was my first actual landing. So
How
I'll
was
take
that
it off.
feeling? How was that feeling for you? Honestly, it's not. I mean,
Dude,
kinda-
it was. I'll tell you what. The first day we did taxiing on the actual runway, and I always rode with Allie. She was, of course, in the back. And so what they do is they just go down the entire length of the runway, and she hands the brakes to me and says, put your head straight back and keep that wing centered. And that's all you do for day 1 is just taxi and keep that wing centered. And then day 2 was like, okay, we're going to do taxi. And if it looks good, we're going to tell you to roll on. And that's what we did. And I was like, holy shit, I'm flying a trike now. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. Let's see if I can find a takeoff. And then yeah. You guys can't see that, I'm sure.
Nope.
Not yet.
Because I have to do the screen share again.
So where was that again?
Lake Wales,
Okay.
One Up Adventures.
Yeah.
All righty, and there.
yeah, you better tighten up. Oh, you're a fool.
You're a dick.
Oh, that's horrible.
Square table. Read it.
Come on.
Yeah, I did.
I think I
You're
take
just
off
reading
on
the-
this one.
Okay.
Who's square table degenerates?
There we go.
Is he
That
new?
was-
I don't know who it is.
Oh, for tonight, yes.
all right.
What's up, square table
Sorry.
degenerates? Have we met, man? Or ma'am?
Square table degenerates. Let's see. What's this one? I think this is just another landing and taxi. So I'll stop boring you all after this
Oh,
one.
no, I want to see it. I mean, especially
Oh, okay. Up.
flights.
Okay. All right.
If I wasn't on mute, you would have heard me with a strong voice of. Wait, I gotta add it. Hold on. Okay, we're
Oh,
ready.
sorry. All right.
Oh shit! Get it, DP.
Yeah. I wanted to do. Oops. Let me back it up. I wanted to do a wheelie.
That wheel was pointed straight up.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's a
That's
lot.
what she said.
That's a floaty wing.
Yeah, those cyclones. That's the 34 cyclone. Wow! That was funny because Travis was like, "Holy shit! I didn't say pull brake." they kept because I was wanting to pull my brakes to pop myself up in the air before my front wheel started to come up off the ground, and apparently you are supposed to just kind of wait till you feel that front wheel starting to lift and then give it some brake and that'll pop you up. Well, a couple of those takeoffs, I'm like, I'm ready to go now, and just kind of pop myself right up in the air. But
I got a question for
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
your first inflations, where
Mhm.
you're giving it some your gas and you're giving it some juice and you're blowing
Yep.
air wing and the wing is doing whatever. Was that
Yep.
incredibly uncomfortable for you? No.
No, and I think probably not because I'd already had like 2 tandem flights, or actually 3 by this time. So I was kind of used to that kind of tug. And
Rub
of
and
course,
tug.
those have A assist built in on those trikes. So that was easy. I didn't have to worry about my A's or anything, didn't have to worry about my lines. So yeah, they just basically said you're gonna get that forward, that initial surge, and then it's gonna stop you a little bit when that wing comes up. But no, it didn't bother me at all. And to be honest, Will, I get kind of why you're asking that, because every time I watch somebody taking off, it's like it always makes me feel like, okay, that wing is just not looking right, or something's weird the way that they inflate.
Go out your way here, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and
So, Dave, let me ask you something. From going from foot launch to trike, my understanding on a trike, most foot launchers that go to trike, when they feel the wing come up, the first thing they want to do is take off throttle. Did you have that problem?
no. The way that they trained me was, when I am ready and my hands are up and my wing is set, you roll on in a 3-step process. And this is the way how Travis Burns explains it, because he makes the sound. He goes, that's what he does. He's like, this is what you want to hear. And he said, when I'm going down, that's when you're going to taxi and make sure your wing's fine. And then he said, and when your wing is centered, then it's again. And that's what I've got in my head when I'm doing that, is just to try to hear that motor spin up the way it's supposed to. So yeah, I didn't, it's so much easier than foot launch in my opinion. And maybe part of my issue was having the prosthetic, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it's nice because you can also launch in crosswinds, and which I did quite a bit of that down there, and it was like no big deal launching and landing in crosswinds. And yeah, it was freaking awesome. And I'm just so happy to finally be up in the air, because that was almost 3 years. It was a month shy of 3 years from my first training, no flights, to finally going and getting up on my own. And yeah, it was a long time coming.
Now, so Dave, when we fly together, and this is the only time I want to say this, when we're flying together, when you're comfortable with a tip touch, let me know. I won't. No. Whoa.
Sorry.
While we're flying, we're both on the ground.
Flying. Okay.
See, I tried to make
Yes.
this. I tried to make this very simple, but see, the guy's always ready to get it up.
He's like, but you see, yes.
But yeah, I would.
My instructor just screamed, "Go, go, go!"
Yeah.
And then the comms died. Hey, funny story. My very first time on foot launch, I lost comms at like 5 seconds after I got off the ground, and I about shit my pants. They came back later, but I was up there doing this with my legs, like, help. They
Well, I
were all
told you
laughing
I'm
pretty hard when I got down.
When I did my first launches, all I could hear is the number 14. It was just repeat over 14, 14, 14. Because you know that every time you change the channel, it'll say and his was malfunctioning, or mine was so that's all I heard. That was the training I
Oh my
got.
gosh.
14.
All I heard on my first flight was, "We can hear you woohooing down here." Yeah, because that's the whole entire the 8 or 9 minute flight. The whole time I was just like, "Woohoo, woohoo!"
Yeah, but that was a toe.
No, my first launch, my first foot launch was
You were
them coming on the
woohooing.
radio going, "We can hear you woohooing. We've heard it. We're good." I'm still up there just woohoo. I was just so happy.
Hey, Shane, save me a couple of minutes at the end if you don't mind. Go over something.
Absolutely.
You sound like Krista now.
Yeah.
At the end.
At the end.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Krista. Who's going to get in on that at the beginning?
By the way, STD high lep.
No, it's not Lep.
It's not?
No. So on Lep's show, Leprechaun TV,
Oh, okay.
they would come on and talk. And then that's how, anyways,
Okay.
long story short.
All right, it's a cooking community person. Hi, I try not to cook.
Who cooked dinner tonight?
Me.
Did you try to?
Well, yeah.
Then you just lied to everybody. She's a liar.
I said I try not to.
Well, you tried cooking tonight.
Did I?
You did. The smoke detector did not even go off.
Okay, moving
You
on.
did good.
Hey, what's
Jeez.
up?
Hey,
You
David,
gotta
we'll
stay there with her.
wait for the fly for gauge this year. Or
No.
next
Okay, so we are on the commission panel this month to find out what dates are good and if we can do it. So as soon as this month's over with, we will start putting out notifications and putting it on the websites.
That we're a go or that we're a no go, and then we have a couple backup plans.
Yes, we have a couple of other options if
Yeah.
the county doesn't want us to do it again, which I don't know why they wouldn't, because they literally had over $5,000 more than they had the year before that time of year while we were while we had to fly in there. Plus, they had not one complaint this year, so I think we did
Good.
phenomenal.
That
Yeah.
one dude,
No.
dude that was complaining last year didn't have any complaints this year.
Nobody flew that way. Everybody followed the rules, and I'm really, really happy that the 40 registered pilots all flew where they were supposed to and did what they were supposed to. And if that guy does win and does get us kicked out of that county park, we'll go to Wauchula and we'll make a flight pattern over that guy's house.
Yeah, we've got 3 different options of what we want to, but that's up.
Yeah,
Mark McElroy's side yard, maybe, if
Yeah, I mean it's
Wauchula
only
doesn't
like
work out.
Yeah.
his side yard's only like 5,200 acres, so I mean it's not that big.
Okay.
But
Maybe his backyard.
No, he needs to go back to his para ranch.
uh,
You keep telling him.
he gave that up. He said, I'm going to meet people in the future that are going to want to come here like Krista. I got to sell. And he's not invited us back. Other people on the panel and in the chat have been there hundreds of times. Me and Krista, how many times you been there? Nah, don't even know the address.
Tony.
What?
We are coming in a bubble this year. I'm done with those chiggers, just saying.
He's a racist.
He is racist.
How rude.
Chiggers are a bug that bites you, and only if you got pansy skin.
Well,
I have not had any problems with chiggers. I don't know what.
you know,
I think it's called
Las Vegas. I mean, what else do you need to say, right?
Hey, listen, if you're ever wondering if you're attractive, go to Hardy Lakes, and at nighttime, you'll know because all the mosquitoes are attracted to you.
Dang, man.
All right,
It
well,
wasn't bad at the fire.
no, at the fire,
Angela
it wasn't
says.
bad. What?
Angela says I still have chigger marks on my butt.
That's
That's not
Well,
true.
try
That is-
wearing pants.
Yeah, that's Tony's fault.
yeah. You might want to try antibiotics and or cream.
And toilet paper, because this method doesn't work well if you want no
What they're
chiggers.
calling chiggers, I suspect, are fire ants.
No,
I got it.
Oh yes, that's a good point, Will.
So
they are
if
not
the
fire ants.
okay, so
Well-
if the park does allow
They're
us
bed bugs.
to, all right, hold on. So if the park
Sorry.
does allow us to go back this year coming up, which is next year coming up, we will get there Saturday like we did last time. I will go out and put ant bait out to get rid of the ants, and there's a couple of products that I did find online that I'm willing to purchase to try to help with the mosquito problem. But it's Florida. You're in an area that
It's surrounded by water.
yeah, you're surrounded by water, and they weren't terrible. I mean, you could take care of that problem with bug spray, which if anybody's like me, I really don't care to put that on me, but I also don't care to have mosquito bites. So it's your choice. Do you want mosquito bites or put a little bug spray on?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
all good. All right, Will, what do you got, sir?
All right, so this briefly came up last night, and then let me present and share my screen. Window, that, and that. So can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a sectional chart, obviously. And the question is, and I'll tell you right off the bat, it's a trick question. So you're flying out of Rutherford County Airport here. It's an uncontrolled airport. And there's a layer of fog, say at 800 feet above the ground. Can you fly through that if you maintain visual reference to the surface? Remember, I told you it was a trick question. And
Yeah,
a lot of paramotor pilots just completely forget about this. So what do you think? What do you think in the chat, guys?
I say yes.
Okay, Krista says yes, but she also thinks that an electric paramotor uses
Well,
A power cord,
No, electric start.
oh my
an
God.
extension cord.
DP.
I'm gonna kill you, Will. I'm gonna hug you first, and then I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. Oh, geez.
We were talking about paramotors, electric paramotors, and Krista goes, "Does it come with electric start?"
I thought
Yeah.
No, you
I
gotta
didn't
rub two sticks
know.
together.
that they actually came out with an electric paramotor that like electric cars. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and give you the answer.
Anybody answer?
No one answered, and I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot. It's just
I'm
something
gonna say
that
yes.
motor pilots. Okay, DP says yes, and I think probably most people would say yes, so long as you don't lose visual reference to the surface, which you always have to have when you're flying a paramotor, regardless, right?
Right.
Okay. They forget about the visibility requirement, the horizontal visibility requirement.
It's got to be a mile, right?
It's got, 800 feet in that shaded circle there, that magenta shaded circle right here. That means class echo airspace or controlled airspace starts at 700 feet above the ground. So at 700 feet, you need 3 statute miles of horizontal visibility. And if you don't have that, you're not flying legally. And the reason for those visibility requirements is not just so you can keep yourself safe. It's that you and other pilots have a time to react, So that's the reason for the cloud distances. So don't forget the visibility requirement. It's real important. I mean, there's a lot of people that just like to, go through that little mist of clouds, but you still have to have the horizontal visibility, not just at the surface, but where you're flying, which kind of makes sense.
Not for nothing, and you probably did this while I was MIA for the last couple of years, but it would be really cool to have a night sometime when we go over sectionals with a guy such as you, Will.
Yeah, I love sectionals. I mean, there's such an awesome tool that
it's confusing as shit.
The reason it's confusing is because you just don't understand it. Anything is kind of confusing until okay, that makes sense. But you can, if you just take one little section like this section right here and study it by referencing every sectional has got a legend, and every symbol and colors, all the color denotations and stuff, it's all referenced in the legend. So everything you need to know about a sectional is on every sectional. So, but anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, just so you guys know,
Go ahead.
Indian TPs.
There is a chance that more often than none, DP will be on the show from here and from every now and then whenever he's available. And I just want to say thank you, DP. And
I want to say I thought a sectional was a couch.
It is,
and I thought
that's what I see when I look at that chart that Will just showed.
Yeah.
And I think
lay my head down and go to sleep.
I think if you take the oil off of it, I'm into it.
So what did he? So Dave says all he sees is a bunch of TPs. Did it not show right, or are you just being funny?
It did, but it had like mountains, I guess. Like
those are towers.
Those are towers?
Yeah, those are towers.
Indian TPs. Yes.
I'm
Those are
sorry.
just-
That means I
Another
want to
stupid
fly
thing.
around.
Those are towers, and they have both the elevation of the tower above the ground and.
All right,
I mean,
show the picture again.
Get.
I need to see these TP towers.
Hey, Will, if you got to do this for an hour, you need to figure out how you can get through us dummies.
Okay, so you see.
All of those are towers?
Yeah, so you see this tower right here?
Yeah.
That's a tower.
You need
Oh.
a bigger cursor.
MSL, it's 1,423 feet MSL, or above sea level, but it's
Oh.
which one was I on? This one?
Down one. Down.
This
The other
one?
There you go.
That
Well,
one. Yeah.
315 feet above the ground. So as a
Okay.
paramotor pilot, and if you're flying in an area, I mean, stuff like that would be helpful, you know? Or if you're doing a little cross country, man, it's invaluable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, I see where it says TP.
Hey.
I thought they were mountains.
Hey, I see Dave Wolf is in the chat. Can you just read this part that was posted by Dave Wolf at Bad Apple or on the Bad Apple's website? Read it out loud.
Okay. We are grateful to see the money we raise at our fly-in goes for an amazing cause. Shane and Krista Robin did a ton of hard work.
Hey, Dave Wolf, it's CHR,
For the
Christ
client.
with an A.
For
She-
Shane. Scholarship 501c3 nonprofit. I know he just wanted me to stop at the fact my name is spelled wrong, but I was still reading it. This is why
He called you Christ?
No,
No.
it is Christ with
Oh.
an A. That's how she spells
and we're
it.
so happy to support the
He
cause.
spelled it like
Thank
it's
you, Dave.
Crisco.
Oh.
Yeah, Crisco.
Now everybody spells Krista with a K,
Hmm?
which I don't get, but whatever.
I don't get it either.
Yeah,
I don't get it either, Trista.
yeah.
Golly.
See, and a Trista's with a TR, but
Trista.
yeah, I'm CH.
No, Trista.
Cha. Oh, I get.
CH is a K.
Yeah.
All right.
But I
Whatever.
mean, my name is on here, right? No.
Cupcake Krista. You didn't put yours up. Oh,
Yes, I did.
why is mine not up there? What the hell is going on
I
here?
don't see any of yours.
I took them down.
It's fine.
Look, I took. Oh, there it
there
is.
you
So
go.
if we have
That's fine.
that up there, we can't see it. So it's
All
not
I
your
see
fault.
now are boobs. Okay. You talking about the panel, Dave, or the sectional chart again?
Oh my God.
He's helpful.
Yeah.
I've been doing push-ups. I mean, in my sleep, but all right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Next week, what are we gonna talk about next week? Well, we're gonna wing it.
Yeah.
We're-
I think that's what we do, right?
It is. That's how I promote the show. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. We'll find out together. We'll find out.
And
Together.
Will doesn't pay attention for 2 seconds and he's lost. See?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's right.
It's like
All right,
a whole new
Will.
show to me.
Go ahead, get us out of here.
All right. Will, where can we find you at?
You can find me on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly, or online, willflyppg.com. And if you're a pilot and live in the Southeast United States, join our paramotor page on Facebook, Southeast Paramotor.
Dave
And
Perry,
Dave?
when you
Yeah.
get you're gonna get your YouTube page going, and you're gonna start editing and posting videos since you're at home and can do you got free time in between.
Since you don't
your
do shit.
in between your dusting, vacuuming, mopping, buffing.
Cutting out tongues, all that stuff, right, Krista?
Oh yeah, sewing
That's
lips
right,
and
I
eyes
read it.
closed,
Fine, I'm going to send it to you.
giving a massage for the happy endings.
Right now, my very, very sad YouTube channel is Max Rider 2009.
That's right.
Can we change that to DP?
Yeah, I thought it was like DP Foot Launch for a while, but I think maybe that was via Sean Simons, and maybe that went bye-bye. But yeah, I'll get something figured out.
Yeah, because let's get dude. I'm telling you right now, you could
And your next motorcycle is going to be a soul bike.
a soul
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Will's in line for one.
Will's the only one that's ever been on the panel that doesn't have one. I mean, Mark McElroy has
I don't
one.
have
Brian Wallers has one.
Yeah, but I had a Segway before you had a Segway.
That's true.
So we still have
I-
Segways.
and I have a
and e-bikes.
Segway.
See?
Yeah, see?
Fun.
Actually,
I
Dave,
got the,
you rode my
got the
Segway
Ninebot.
for the first time.
my very
That's
first
cool.
Segway was on
Yep.
yours. Yes,
He
indeed.
cracked,
That
not
was,
only
that
did
was
he,
Moonshiners.
yeah, Moonshiners, and not only did that was your very first time on a Segway, he did it on freaking pavement.
So you're saying,
With
Will,
one
that
leg.
you broke
Yeah, on one leg.
Dave, what you're saying is Will broke your cherry with the Segway.
I
Yes, he
did.
did.
Yep,
Okay.
But he was gentle.
I was.
Did you spit on it, bro?
Dude.
Hey, Wendy.
And I think I said this last week. And on that note,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
On
good
that
segue.
note, hey, Dave, hold on. We'll say 1 second. Well, after the intro, I got to talk to you real quick.
that's an outro, Shane.
Yeah, and yeah,
That's right.
whatever.
You're new at this.
Thanks for the
That's what
show,
she-
Tony and Angela.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, Tony and Angela.
Tony and Angela, I have something very important to tell you.